today, I'm gonna lead this stretching session out just a little bit different. We're gonna actually do a lot of movement in today. So you can kind of think of this as like some active poses and kind of like flossing the muscles. But we're actually gonna start with some breathing techniques first. So just a couple things to keep in mind here. We're going to spend about 2 minutes just working on our breathing. And when I say we're working on our breathing, I just want you to take as deep of a breath in as you can. Think about the same way you would brace yourself for a squat or a deadlift, something like that. So just a big, huge, deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale nice and slow. And basically, what you're teaching your body and training your body to do here is to maximize the amount of space that we can take in our lungs and just throughout our body to just get as much air as we can, which then helps us whenever we're doing our metcons and we're trying to pace through that and we reach that point where we're like redlining and we can't breathe. We're trying to break that threshold. So that's kind of the point of this. And then it also helps with like our running and stuff. You might have noticed that yesterday, if you went on a little bit longer of a run, hike, trail run, whatever you did yesterday, you might have noticed that adding on that 5 extra minutes was just a little bit more difficult. So that's kind of the point of this and the benefit. So let's just start with taking in some deep breaths. Again, just in through the nose. If you need to open up, like lift your chest tall, make sure you're breathing into the belly, and then we're gonna exhale. I'm not gonna lead you through when you should breathe in and when you should breathe out because some of us have larger lung capacity than others. So I just want you to take this time right here, right now, to just focus on what you're capable of and how deep of breath you can take. And you may or may not get lightheaded while doing this. And if you do, the good news is we're right here on the floor, so just lay down. So just take some deep breaths in, fill your lungs with air, and again, just exhale. And you don't have to stay in this seated position as you do this. If you find that you want to kind of move into another position, a lot of times when we are breathing heavy, we come here and kind of hunch over at our knees. So you want to come onto the knees, take some deep breaths, you can do that as well. You want to come into like a child's pose, deep breaths, and exhale. Also a psychological benefit to these deep breathing techniques. Try to make sure you're not breathing just into your chest. A lot of times we're kind of trained to breathe into the chest. We want to make sure we're getting those big belly breaths. Think about the way a baby breathes. They've added all the stresses of life and developed and started to develop bad habits of just breathing in the chest. Breathe from our diaphragm into our bellies. Especially for females, we kind of try to keep our stomach sucked in. If you think about it, you can get a lot more air in that belly involved too. All right, good. Now, after that, we're gonna go ahead and come forward. Yesterday we did a sumo squat, so we're gonna come back into that position, but we're gonna make this a little more active today, so we're gonna rock around in this position. So just come onto your feet, and you don't have to keep your chest up actively. If you want to hunch over a little bit and add some pressure, just rock around from side to side, open up through those ankles, get some movement, some fluid movement, rocking around those joints, muscles, just flowing through. And for those of you that have a hard time keeping your heels down in this position, just go to where you feel, if you need to be in your toes, just rock into one heel and apply some pressure there. Get a stretch through that Achilles. Train our body, let our mind realize that, hey, okay, it's all right to be in this position. The same deep breaths we started with, I just want you to keep taking those deep breaths in. You to come up onto the toes, send your weight forward a little bit, kind of like into a frog stand. Just come up onto the toes and stretch those legs, heels down to All right, now let's kind of bring our right foot forward a little bit, so we're kind of angled. And then we're gonna stretch that left leg back. Kind of coming into a runner's lunge here. And same thing, just dropping that hip down towards the floor. Just flossing the muscles. Moving about the joints. Just actively moving around the leg. If you find a spot that's kind of tight, squeeze that muscle, contract, hold for 3 seconds, and then release. Just keep applying pressure. Just keep moving. Let's bring our hands to the inside of our leg. And I want you to try to let that knee float out and away. Still working on flossing that hip, opening up through the hip. If you can, bring your elbows down to the floor, still allowing that knee to float out and away from the body. I want you to drop your left side down to the floor if you can, and get a twist here. Open up, you grab that leg, forward. In the words of Kelly Starrett, we're just noodling around. If you don't know who Kelly Starrett is, he is the writer of the book, The Supple Leopard. All right, let's come out of that side and let's actually rotate to the other side. I want you to lift that back leg up off the floor and just squeeze the quad muscle. Back to the front. Lift the leg up and squeeze that quad muscle. And back down. Do that one more time. Lift the leg up, squeeze. And back down. But now let's come back through that squat pose, kind of rock around again. Bring our left leg forward into that lunge position. Again, just hands on either side of the leg, just rocking around, applying pressure. Both hands to the inside of the leg. You're just moving, actively moving the legs around. Basically just kind of moving around to find a spot. Like, ooh, that's tight. Hang out there. Just rock around.
What if your entire leg is tight?
Well, this is all very good for you. And it's a sure sign that you should do this more often. All right, now let's open up to that left side, drop that right leg, right hip down, rotate. Again, if you want to grab that leg to get a little bit more rotation, ever so slightly moving. Onto the other side. Let's bring our hands back to center. We're going to do that contraction of the muscle now. So we're going to lift that back leg up, squeeze the quad muscle, squeeze the hamstring, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the hamstring, squeeze the quad, and relax. One more time. Leg up, squeeze. And relax. Good. And then one more time back to our squat position. We're just going to rock around here for about another minute. Rotate, open. Arms up towards the sky. One last stretch. I want you to stand all the way up. Just dangle the head down towards the floor. Arms nice and limber. Stretch down the back of the leg. And place your hands on the floor. Sweeping the floor. the way down to the floor. And relax. Spend 2 minutes here just hanging out on the floor. Let that movement soak in. And you guys are all done for the day. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that.